The first thing I'm going to say is this is a non-sponsored video, and I'm not a photographer whatsoever. I try to do videography for videos like this, and I want to get into taking photos. So everyone talks about the Nifty 50, so which is a 50 millimeter. So I have what they call an APS-C camera, which is a smaller sensor than a full frame, but you can get the lenses that are equivalent to a full frame. So I ordered the brand new VILTROX 35-inch. 1.8, I believe, or 1.7. So that's what I'm going to do in this video here is I'm going to open it up. I'm going to go through it. We're going to see what it does. So like the one I'm on right now is a Tokina, something like that. 11 millimeter to 18 millimeter, f 2.8. So that's one reason why it doesn't blow the background out there. It's not really blurry. Actually, I want to get the Sigma 16. I got it one time before, and I was like, man, I don't think this is going to be it. And I wanted to get all the way down to 11 millimeter, because they're saying that 11 millimeter is like some of the best for talking head videos, vlogging, whatever else. So here it is. Here's the Viltrox. So 35 1.7. I do have Sony. It's a ZB-E10. So the box is pretty good. I'll see if it's on Amazon, and I might leave an affiliate link for Amazon down below, but I ordered mine off of B&H Photo. It was here within 2 days. Actually, it was delivered actually even on a Sunday, coming FedEx, which I thought was really weird. Because whenever you order FedEx or UPS or anything like that, you got to pay extra for a Sunday. So, but you know, I get it. So, anyway, so let's go ahead and let's see. You push it this way, and like I said, mine is for the APS-C style camera. As you see right here, it is an autofocus. There is a USB on it to do firmware updates, which again, I like to see. Very sealed, very good sealed on here. See if there's anything else special on this packaging, because I see other people, they'll show these lenses and then just show what they can do, and that's it. And some people like that. Me, I want to know how the package was, how good that company, took their time or their efficiency to get it shipped over here. So for instance, like this company here, I believe they're out of China. So, because I was going to order it, a pre-order from Viltrox themselves, but it was going to take 3 or 4 weeks to get here because it was coming from China for the China Post. So I went ahead and canceled that order, and it showed a pre-order on B&H Photo. So I went ahead and said, okay, I'll wait until the 6th, which it got here before the 6th. Today is January 5th. So as soon as you open it up, you get autofocus 35 1.7E for my email and a little QR code. So again, there's nothing else there, nothing else in there. Just a nice thick card. You get your warranty card. I believe this comes with either a 2 or a 3-year warranty. I want to say that it's a 3-year, but it might be 2-year. It doesn't say on there. I'll have to scan it and go. If I can remember, I'll put it somewhere here on the screen whenever I'm doing my editing. All right, what else we get in here? That feels like a nice soft case for it. So like a little felt, yeah. So a little felt Viltrox on it. Nice little bag. That's cool. And then nice foam. So it's very well protected. So that's good to see. I don't know if y'all have checked it out. I'll try to leave a link down below, but I was watching how camera lenses was made, and it was actually the Sigma warehouse. So if you're into this, man, this thing is so light. Holy crap. This thing is, I mean, in the palm of my hand, it is so light. It is unbelievable. So you do get a hood. Let's see if I can turn, there you go. The hood just turns on and off. I do like actually the way the hood is. A lot of hoods, they're so bulky, you got to take them off. You really can't just flip them around. And it's just going to mess with the manual focus if you leave the hood on like this right here, which I'm going to leave my hood on. I normally don't use the hood. So let me go ahead and take that off and go ahead and take the hood back off. Now the hood, you turn it around. A lot of people, if you're new to this, you'll turn it around. And what it does is it stops some of the light from hitting here. But me, being a vlogger or trying to do video type, I want as much light as I can get in there. Because the more light, the better. And that's why your f-stop is where your light comes in. So your aperture is roughly on like a 2.8 is like That big, where f1.7 is like that big. That's just I'm just giving it for instance there. Wish I had something to actually demonstrate that. I mean, I can do like this. You see how you can see that big old hole in there? That's a lot. The one that I'm on right now, my Tacona 11 to 18, the 2.8, you can't even see nothing through it. So look at that. I mean, that is like a huge aperture right there, which is awesome. So the image size is 28.4 millimeters. The it's a 52 millimeter, 0.33 meter at 1.1 feet, which means how far away you are from your subject. Autofocus 35, 1.7 for the aperture. So I'm going to take it that 52 millimeter is going to be the thread point. So what I mean by the thread point is, let me go ahead and take this off. So my color just changed. So I use these filters on my cameras. Obviously, it's way too big for this one here because this is a 67. So this one is a 67 for the Tacona, and it's also the same for the Sigma as well. The Sigma 30, the Sigma 16, all use the 67. So I'll have to get me a 55 inch if I like this. We got a USB-C right there for my connection. So yeah, overall, I mean, I am just floored right now on how light this thing is. Again, it comes with the back cap. That way you're not messing it up. It comes with the front cap. Again, I'm so shocked of the lightness of this. I've had a few lenses now. Again, I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to get it into, oh, excuse me, I have an itch. Trying to get into a little bit of photography as far as for my personal, not really for weddings or nothing like that. But a 50 millimeter for me, it just brings it way too close. I really didn't like it. Now, I will get in the future, I will put it in my bag, especially if I find a good used deal on eBay, which is the Sony version of the 50 1.8 OSS. So, because it all matches my camera. So, as much as I can, I try to go with the OSSs on uh, the lenses if I can. It's just their own stability. It has built-in stability within the lens itself. All right, so it does have the USB port, but only thing I'm not seeing is no USB cable, which isn't a huge thing, especially at the price point. So if I find a link for Amazon, I'll put it down. If not, I'll leave a link to B&H Photo. Again, there's no affiliate link with B&H. This is non-sponsored. Uh, but B&H had it for their initial sale price of 152. So for what it does and the aperture, that is a really good price, in my opinion, especially being new to cameras and getting all this done. Um, the Sigma, something like this in the Sigma would cost you $400. And Viltrox actually has some really good reviews. And uh, again, it's just for the price and for someone just starting out, you don't want to go just spend thousands and thousands of dollars to start out. So me, I started with the ZV-E10. I had the kit lens that came with it, which was what, 16 to 55 or something like that, for the kit lens, 2.8. And then I wound up finding, actually, I actually found a really good deal. I got, what was it, 35 to 200 Sony lens for $15 on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, look, $15, even if there is something messed up with it, I'm gonna go ahead and and I went and met the guy, got it. I don't know if he just didn't know what he had, if they thought it was a different lens or what, but man, there was nothing wrong with it. So I have a really nice distance with the OSS built in for the stabilization inside that lens. So, which is really nice. And then I got my Tacona lens right here. So that's the only three lenses I have. Was it Tacona? I'll leave a link or I'll rewrite up here at the top. But I have this lens, and then the two Sony lens, and now this one here. And then the only other one I really want at this point in time is going to be the Sigma 16 1.4. And that's just to get that blurry background right here. That way, if something happened, my curtain didn't close, you don't see my bed and everything back here. I just, you got to do what you got to do just starting out around here. So, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hook this up to my camera and we're going to see how it looks and what all happens. All right, so right here, I went ahead and grabbed one of my daughter's knickknacks. and it says that it's supposed to be like 1.1 feet away from your subject. This right here is about 1.5 feet, and it's still it was blurry. So when I backed up to about 2 foot, is actually where it went ahead and kicked in, um, where it made the subject cleaner and then blew out the background. So very good, nice blurry background on this. I do like that. Again, though, they said 1.1 feet away is where you're supposed to be able to get your subject. All right, so right here, I walked through my apartments for a little bit, and just I was shining about through trees and seeing how much of the background, and just different angles of what people would try to get. And of course, closer to the subject, the more blurry the background is. I think I'm even at f 2.8 or f 3.4, somewhere in there, on this right here, because I mean, it's not that it's sunny out, but we do have quite a bit of light. So again, I was just taking some pictures through the trees and some flowers, just anything I could while I was just sitting around or walking around my apartments. And then, of course, I'm going to have some more of my daughter's little knickknack toy that she has there. It's going to be coming up right here. There we go. Again, if you're focused on a certain object or so, I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, right? Now, I am going to show the noise for the autofocus. To me, the autofocus is a little loud for my taste. So I'm indecisive just at this point in time if I'm going to send it back or not, just because of the autofocus. And I'm going to show you all that here in just a sec. All right. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think of this little bitty thing? I mean, the pictures are really good. The blurry background is really nice. Whether it's video or photos, I think that it does really good. But at the end of that, what do you think of um, the noise, that autofocus? That was a little crazy. I went and already looked on the VILTROX website. I don't see a firmware update yet. I don't expect to see one because it's such a brand new lens, and unless other people have this problem. Um, but yeah, overall though, the image is good. I just don't know for this right here. I wouldn't be doing too much videoing for videography with this. If I It'd be very slim on the videography part. I'd be doing more photos with this. So that's the reason why I wanted this. I wanted an over round. So I think whenever I was talking earlier, I didn't say the whole thing. So a 35 millimeter is equivalent to roughly a 55 millimeter full frame lens. So whenever I bought a 50 millimeter, that would have been more equivalent to like a 70 millimeter lens, which really brought it to me. I did have the 16 Sigma and the 30 Sigma, and the 30 Sigma did really really good. I did really like it. And this is just a little bit more than that. I just didn't like that price point. I actually got one used for like $380 whenever I had my Sigma, and then I got the 16 use. And again, that's when I first got the camera, and I thought I wanted to buy a bunch of stuff up, and I should have never bought a bunch of stuff up. But out of any of those other lenses, I do want my Sigma back, the 16. So I will do the 16, get the 16 back, and then like I said, the only other one there's two other lenses I want. I want the Sony 11 millimeter OSS, or unless another company like Viltrox comes with a quarter of the price for something like that, with a 1.4 background. That's just, to me, that's the vlogger's dream of a lens. Or unless I succeed here on this channel, then I'll take one of my first checks and go get me that. And then I want the 50 millimeter OSS by Sony, because they work together. They work hand in hand. So when you get the correct lenses to go with your correct camera, even though this is for the camera, but if you get manufacturer to manufacturer, they make certain things for those certain cameras. So all in all, I'm going to probably go ahead and keep this in my arsenal. I won't send it back. Unless I use it for, I'm gonna try my darndest to use the heck out of this over the next week, uh, within my 30-day return period from B&H Photo, and really really see how that autofocus is, because I would assume that something's gonna want to break it in there. So VILTROX having that, 2 or 3-year warranty is also nice to have, but there again, who wants to send their stuff back and wait, 2 months for it? So it's going to be a hard decision for me. But as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and keep this little thing. Again, I got mine for $152. I think they're 179. So we do know they dropped down to 152. So I say if you can get it for, the 150, 170, I think that it is worth the lens. If you're just getting into photography or videography, I think that it's the blurry background is a lot where it needs to be at, and that's what a lot of people are wanting. Vlogging camera, no, unless you're going to set this up on a tripod and you're going to sit back on a table or something, sit a little ways from yours. Which there again, I'm going to be redoing my PC. I have the new Intel generation coming in. Even though it got hit a little performance in gaming or whatnot, I still want it. I want the new. I just got the Ultra 7. I don't need the Ultra 9. Uh, but I do have that. And I am going to set up this lens here actually and be about 6 foot away from it. So, and really see how good this is whenever I'm building a new system. But no, that's my take on the VILTROX 35 Air. It's also called a 35 Air. Autofocus 1.7, and this is the E mount. But I'm Thomas Tomology. I'll catch you in the next one.